So today we're going to talk a little bit about quality over quantity.
I think that's a hot topic.
It's a really hot topic. Some agents really look at being transactional versus relational. And so, Betsy, are you transactional or are you relational?
Oh, I'm 100% relationals.
Work together, we play together.
So join us.
Let's have a great time.
So I do 100% of my business, sphere of influence referral. I am all about the relationship and making sure that the entire process is so seamless that they are going to make sure that they refer me everybody that they ever know and that they love me so much at the end that we are together for forever. Remember one, no assholes.
We built Betsy's business that way, and so now we want to build a company that way. A lot of real estate companies over the last years have really changed. I've seen it all. When I first started in the business, real estate companies, the brokerages were built a certain way. All the agents were on 50-50. Even the top people were at 60-40 splits. And then the business started changing. Pretty much the first companies that came along were RE/MAX. When it came along, 100% split, really changed the industry, went nationwide. They weren't the first 100% company. Realty Execs was really the first one, but RE/MAX came along, really caught on, went nationwide. I was part of that. Spent a lot of years at RE/MAX, grew a really large company, being part of RE/MAX, doing that. And that was a different model. Then came along Keller Williams. I think Keller Williams is the next company that really came along and changed things because they put a cap in place. That changed the industry and changed the brokerage industry. And then came along another concept, and let's look at what's happened recently with EXP, LPT, some of the other companies. And all of those companies, what they are is they're all very transactional. And their goal is to be the biggest company out there.
Right, because it's like you want as many people underneath of you because they don't just get paid on, let's just face it. They don't just get paid on their real estate transactions, but they get paid on the people that they get to go underneath of them.
The way I see it is, I know the way it was working here in our market, there was one guy there and he was talking about teaching people how to sell houses, and he had never really sold a lot of houses. In fact, when I looked at it, he made this much income on selling houses and this much income on everybody else selling houses.
Agents to go underneath of him that sold houses.
So, the way that model worked was it didn't really look at the quality of the agent. It was all about the quantity of agents underneath.
Right. And they only have one broker for the entire state.
Yeah.
That's got
now,
scary.
I got to tell you,
very scary.
I would never want that job because I know what the rules and regulations are in Virginia, and I know them inside and out. I live and breathe them. And I can't imagine being a broker and not seeing, talking, being involved. I see every transaction that goes through our company. I see them coming through. I
can't even imagine, like on Saturday and Sunday, I know how many times your phone rings, and we only have, how many agents do we have now?
I don't know, 14, 15,
And 14, 15, and his phone rings all day. Can you imagine being the broker who has
600,000-700,000?
No, that's just in our area.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how many EXP agents there are in the state of Virginia? Because there's only one broker.
Yeah, I know this much. I know, I knew that, one of our agents had a bank-owned property contract go through this weekend, and it was a little different, and they had questions on it. So anyway,
I just have questions on that.
So when you look at the quantity that goes through, you've got to make a decision. And if your goal is to purely look at numbers and you're happy with agents that do 2 or 3 deals a year, that's a business model, and it might work. Our business model doesn't work that way. We've decided that our business model is going to be purely based on quality of agents, quality of service. The way that we're going to get quality agents is we have to provide quality service from a brokerage level point of view. We have to have quality staff. We have to have quality marketing. We have to have quality contracts, transaction management. We have to have quality facilities. We have to have quality brokers. We have to have quality training. We have to have quality in everything we do.
Right.
And so
that means that we don't hire new people because we don't want to train somebody from the ground up, but we also hire people who are producing at a certain level, are also extremely ethical, doing great business already. And so we're kind of picky. And it's not, people might say, we haven't been recruiting. We've been only people who have been coming to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not out there knocking on your door.
Yeah. So we don't have recruiters. We don't have slide dial phone calls going out to everybody. We haven't mass emailed everybody in the hurrah or the rain MLS. What we've done so far is we've just been hoping that we attract people. Are we going to send out some mailings? Of course we are, because we need to get the word out of what we're all about. So we are going to start doing some mailings and some things. But out of the 10,000 agents in our market, we're probably going to send mailings out to about 250 agents.
That's it.
Because that's what we think are the agents that we've identified that meet certain criteria. And it's not just production, like Betsy said. You have to meet a certain production level for us to be interested.
But you also got to be rule number 1, no asshole.
That's rule number 1. We have 10 rules, and that's probably what some of our mailings are going to be about. We're going to start mailing out to you and telling you what our rules are, because we hope to attract agents that are attracted to our rules. We want to attract the agents that want to fit into our culture. Right. That's really what we're about.
And our biggest thing is taking that agent that really wants to grow their business from where they are and wants to know how to get that business to that next level.
That's really where our expertise is. And, Betsy's a phenomenal example of being able to take a business from $150,000 in income to 500,000.
I don't think I ever started at 150, but that's cool.
To 750 to $1 million. You have to comment. To $1 million, to $1.5 million, to $2 million. That's what we want. Now, every agent's not going to want to go there, but if you've been stuck at 150 or 250 and you just don't know how to go to the next level, we do. And I tell people that all the time. Take a look at every brokerage in town, and quite often, each office will have 1 or 2 superstars that just out of sheer personal drive and work ethic are really good superstars. That you're going to have that. But if you look at the masses in the office, rarely do you ever see an office where the masses do more than 5% above where their managing broker ever produced. And most of the managing brokers never produced at a certain level. We've got to tell you, we're the 2 owners, and out of the 10,000 agents in the multiple listing service, last year, Betsy was number 3. We were the top small team last year. I'm the previous number 1 agent in Virginia. We probably can take you up here better than any other broker in town. We believe we can. Right. Based on that, if you want to go there, we think we can design the plan and design the system. And that's what we do. We don't sit down and say, hey, we've got this corporate book, training schedule, bold system, or anything else out there that we're going to give you. We're going to sit down with you and say, hey, we're going to take what you do, how you want to do it, and we're going to teach you how to do it better. And that's what we like to do.
People come and they walk into our meetings on Tuesday. The one thing that you'll hear from agents, and we have those agents that come to us from the EXPs, from the Reels, from the people who have, most of them have all either had caps or had no cap at all. I mean, like when I say no cap at all, like they weren't paying anything. And when they come to us, they cannot wait to come to a Tuesday meeting, and they weren't either going to any meeting at all before, or they dreaded going to a meeting. And they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. And we have this group chat that is so much fun. Because our camaraderie is just absolutely amazing. I mean, we have created a culture that's unbelievable.
In fact, if that's one thing I'll tell anybody, if you ever even want to just get an idea, we just had an agent yesterday, not in our company. We'll tell you, if you ever just want to come to one of our meetings, send us an email, say, hey, I'd like to come to one of your Tuesday meetings, and you can just drop into one of our Tuesday meetings. And just about everybody that has joined us has done that, has come to one of our Tuesday meetings before they joined the company. So just feel free, tell us you want to come to one of our Tuesday meetings, and we'll make sure that, make sure we're having it at the office. Sometimes we've done field trips, gone to the new office, and done
something. That was fun.
Make sure that Betsy and I are here occasionally. We do travel, and we'll have a guest speaker, but we want to make sure we're here. So make sure if that's something you want, let us know, and we'll let you come to one of our Tuesday meetings.
So we are building definitely the quality of agent over the quantity. So the agency, Coastal Virginia, will never be that place that we won't be lost in the crowd.
Yeah.
We're not going, oh my gosh, look at us grow, 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 grow.
Recently, some things happened in our market. I saw the Berkshire Hathaway Rosenwomble merger, and they just announced they are now the biggest. Absolutely, they're the biggest. It was the number one by agent count, and the number two by agent count and volume in the market. Of course, they're the biggest. To me, I got two very old school companies just came together to be a bigger old school company. And, how is that going to take you into the future when both their sets of owners are old school? I mean, what's that going to do for you? How are they going to combine offices of old school owners to be a bigger old school company? I just don't see how that's going to benefit the next generation agent. So if you think the same way, maybe you want to give us a call and kind of see what we have going. We're excited. We love the fact that we're going to be the ones that are different out there. We're dreaming a different dream over here. If you think that quality over quantity is something that you want to ask some questions about, or if you've got questions about quality over quantity, make sure and put it in the chat below and ask the question. Thanks.
We'll see you next time at the bar.